So one of my favorite things about Amazon Prime and just their broadcasts is they have some of the best breakdowns like of actual basketball than any you won't find this on any other, like they don't even do this on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? And what I really like is right here they have Bam Adebayo actually breaking down the Miami Heat's offense. It's Bam and Norman Powell, and they're breaking down Miami's offense of like their actual reads and what they're looking to do. So if you don't know anything about Miami's offense, this year they set some of, not even some of, they set the fewest ball screens in the league, and we all know the NBA today is it's a ball screen offense. Like every team runs ball screens except for Miami Heat. They don't really run ball screens, and they run a lot in transition. Right? They play super fast, so they're playing fast. They're not setting ball screens, and they also, according to stats, they don't pass the ball a lot, but that's mostly because their possessions are so fast. So let's just listen to what Bam and Norman break down right here, and just to get a better understanding of their offense and just see what we can learn about basketball.
Dirk is gonna be Khalil.
Okay.
All right. You got to
Davion.
short corner, Dirk.
Short corner, I got you.
Blake, you can go to that corner.
Make sure you swing that thing over
I'm
here.
Wiggs.
Wait, you want Wiggs
Okay,
up there?
you Wiggs. You can be right there.
And then right here.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
So when we bring
So he's just setting up the
Bring it
offense
up,
right
we
now.
want-
You see, it's not all the way 5 out. It's 4 out, and then one person is in.
bring it up, we want open elbows and open space.
So you hear what he said? When they bring the ball up the court, they want open elbows and open space. So nobody's in the way. Everybody has room to drive, cut, whatever needs to happen. Everybody's out the way, but that's what they want. They want everyone spread out, and this one person not in the way. He's just off to the side.
So when I'm coming down the court, I get to see this. So
And you see, this is a lot. This is a much better angle. This is just a lot of space to be able to work with. And this is what a lot of teams want. Normally, a lot of people have 5 out, so their big would be, right at the top of the key, which is it's actually a little bit less space because now the defenders can be able to sit on the elbows, right? So right now, this defender that's here, he can't sit on this elbow right here, right? He can only sit right in the middle, which, so if he were to drive and kick right here, that could be a wide open shot without really having to work at all. And that's why this is just a good formation and just a good spacing to have.
this is an automatic action. It's open space one-on-one, you can go. Or if we dribble this way, he back cuts. Because it's some random statistic that if you get the ball below the free throw line in the NBA,
That's a real stat.
it's a real
Things
stat.
happen.
If you get it across
Good
the
things
top.
happen.
Yeah.
So did you hear that? Bam calls it a random stat, but UD quickly said, no, that's a real stat. When you get the ball below the elbow in the NBA, better things happen. Probably going to score more points because one thing about basketball, this is why a lot of, like, back in the day, you would stress getting the ball into the post touches. When the ball is below the elbow, the whole defense has to turn and look that way, right? And it's just a different perspective. Like, everyone's not staring at you right here. That's why it's so hard for people who ISO at the top of the key. It's really hard to score a lot of points there because the whole defense is set and they're just staring at you. But when the ball's below the elbow, now everybody has to turn their head. Any movement, it's hard to see the ball down there and see your man. So it's just a lot of good that can come from that, especially if your team is moving.
So you fill over
Yep.
and then
Pull
swing
up.
it back,
I fill up.
and now he can go. Or if he go that way, you keep filling. Dirk, you gonna end up cutting,
Cutting from
slot
here.
cutting,
Behind
and
him.
then it's
So you see that basically what's going on so far is like whatever direction the ball is moving, everybody else is rotating in that direction with him, right? So when he first had it here and he's dribbling down, look at how everyone rotates, right? He's going down and he goes back door and everyone just kind of loops behind. They're rotating behind.
If you get the ball below the free throw line in the NBA,
Right, so they're rotating behind. When he swings right here to UD, it's based on whichever way he drives, right? So it's like if he were to drive middle, everybody will shift around this way, like to the right,
He
right?
can
But
go,
because he drives left,
or
look,
if he go that way, you keep
everybody shifts behind, and then on this drive, what he's saying is that Dirk right here would do a slot cut, a slice cut. Either it depends on terminology, but he would cut right there. It's the same 45 cut that Bron used to do in Miami when D-Wade would drive, right? So he drives because the reason this play works,
Dirk, you gonna end up cutting.
if anybody was a help, or like I said, when the ball gets down there, someone turns their head, you can cut right behind, right in front of them, and get it easy. So you cannot have a good day unless you wake up early. All right, we got the new Jumpers for Breakfast t-shirts, and it's not just a shirt. There's an entire workout on the back, right? It says it again. You cannot have a good day unless you start early. Right here on the ingredients, these are all the shots that you need if you want to be a great shooter, right? It tells you the serving size, and it tells you how many reps you should make. Remember, these are all counting swishes, right? The serving size is one spot. So if you do these in multiple spots, you will be a very, very, very good shooter, right? On the side, it shows you the order that any of your training should go when you're working out by yourself. You don't have a program. You start with your ball handling, your finishing, form shooting, spot shooting, movement shooting, off the dribble shooting, and then you get some live reps in there, right? And at the bottom, I gave you some real game. Every move has a counter. Every counter has a pump fake, but that's not it. Everyone who purchases, you get access to my full 6-week Pure Score transformation, right? Which is 6 weeks worth of workouts. These are 42 workouts for you to use and become a better basketball player. This is an example of the type of workouts you would get. And you also get videos of everything that you need, right? So once you get it, you'll get access to the app. You'll be able to log in. You'll be able to ask questions. If you need more videos than what are provided, you can shoot me a message. I'll upload more videos. I just want to help people get better. Step one of doing that, go ahead, get you a Jumpers for Breakfast shirt. Make sure you head to the description, click that link, and let's start becoming better hoopers.
Cutting from
slot cutting,
behind
and
him.
then it's a constant movement.
Yep.
So there is no play to this.
As soon
And I like what he says, just constant movement. It's not a lot of plays. Not a lot of plays, just moving and playing off of your teammates.
as UD swings here, Blake
Go back over.
You not Davion, so you
I'm
pulling
cutting
over.
weak.
And
Now
then-
we're here.
Yep.
Cutting
And you're
now
cutting,
you.
and then I'm just following behind you.
Yep. So is this
So this
constant?
is
Right? So even then, you saw how Blake drove to the right. Dirk got out this way, and he was going to start looping around. Bam was looping around to the right. So they're just, everyone's moving in the direction that the drive is going.
shot, catch or go, or I swing it to him, and he can go baseline. The person who cuts or dribbles through is kind of like sit and see.
Waiting.
So
So the person who drives or cuts, they just got them sitting short corner, which basically is just saying, hey, get out the way. Don't clog the paint. Just get out the way. And, like, having 5 people out on the perimeter, like I said, it kind of takes away space on the perimeter sometimes. So just stay down there, out the way. If there is a drive, you're open for the dump off. You can slide out for 3. Like, there's different options you could have, depending on who it is, too. You can even just post and seal.
when you pass me the ball and you're sitting there, you're seeing what I'm doing. So if I pass it to Dirk and he goes baseline, you feel, you gonna cut, and we just keep filling behind.
Yep.
So it's just
Constant movement. And that's good because, like, the way it is, if everybody on offense is going to be in those spots, you got to force every single person on the other team to play defense and see ball, see man, just be active, right? There's no like, okay, I know what this play is and they're going to do this. There's nothing set, right? Everything's just read and react, which is hard to guard too when everyone's making the right read on offense.
it's constant movement.
Bam. And it turns into drive, kick, swing. When every time that paint touch, you're looking, I'm pulling behind here.
Oh, no.
You got action, drive, kick, swing, touch the paint, and we going. And we initiate it either by cut, by dribbling out somebody, but we're just looking for constant action. Whenever
Yeah.
the ball is
I just realized Norman Powell don't got the circle under his feet. Somebody got to fix that. That's messed up.
moving, body's moving.
We
Was
can
this-
start it like this. So we'll dribble up, you just cut through.
So it doesn't really matter who's in what spot, really.
It doesn't matter.
Like I said, if everyone can do any spot, it's hard to guard. That's very hard to guard.
Yeah.
I dribble him through, I cut. He could swing it to Blake. Blake could back cut. You can do whatever you want to do right now. Whichever way you drive, we gonna move.
Yep.
So we gonna move this
See, he drives left. Everyone goes this way.
way. You go that way, and we just gonna keep moving.
Yep.
This guy, he passes, he gets to the middle and cuts out. I'm just cutting back out.
And after you pass, you're gonna
sit and see.
go right
Yeah,
back
I
into
got
the
you.
sit
Sit
and
and
see.
see.
Because a lot of times we don't like double driving. 'Cause it just brings bodies in the paint.
So what he just said, right? They don't like to double drive. There's some offenses that I actually like, right? There's some coaches who will coach and say, hey, if one person drives and they kick it out, the person they kick it out to, your only option is to shoot the ball or swing it and then let that next person drive. Because it's going to – there are times, especially at lower levels, if everybody catch the ball, drive, it's everything just gets so clogged up. Nobody's able to get out quick enough to get their feet set, be ready to shoot. Like it can get ugly. It can be ugly basketball sometimes, right? So if the rule is one person drives and you kick it, if you don't have a shot, swing it and get to the other side of the court. That's much harder to guard if you can keep getting that multiple times in a possession. Right? Like you're going to wind up with a wide open shot. And it forces your team to just be ready to shoot because guys want to score. So you're going to be ready to shoot. You're going to be ready to knock it down. If you can't, let's get to the next action.
So once you pass it out to me, I'm either gonna swing at the norm, I'm swinging at the dirt, and then he'll make the deciding
It's
factor.
drive, swing, catch, drive.
Which is basically what I was saying. Like, it's just better for the offense for the ball to move. You don't want everyone to feel like they have to over dribble or everybody feel like they have to make a play. Like at the same time, you still have to let the defense just make a mistake, right? Because it's impossible to take everything away. The defense is gonna give you something, and the more you move the ball and see what's going on, you're a lot more likely to see what the defense is giving you, see the mistake they made, and take advantage of it.
Swing, drive. Yeah.
So there's no play to this. It's literally AAU basketball.
You swinging it, I'm driving.
He says literally AAU basketball. And that's just a funny way to say it. But yeah, AAU basketball is basically just motion offense, and then you play super fast, and you get back on the other end, you play defense. That is AAU basketball, especially at the highest level. It's just a bunch of, hey, let's play defense, let's play fast, let's move the ball, let's play together. And for the Miami Heat, it works. Like they have a good offense.
Let's go, Dirk.
Hey, okay, Dirk.
I'm a shot at mid-range.
Okay, let it go. So what you gather here is after the first initiating cut, everything else is airtime decisions. And
Airtime
movement.
decisions.
Everything is airtime decisions and movement, which takes a lot of practice.
Yeah. But the thing about the NBA is a lot of guys, when they're playing defense, want to ball watch.
Like I was saying, when that ball movement, it's hard to see your man and see the ball. So the guys are moving, getting to open spots, they're cutting back door, they're swinging the ball quick, they're driving. Like, it's a lot to guard, especially during the regular season in the NBA. You're going to have a good offense, right? And when you watch the Miami Heat, they run a lot in transition. They run so much in transition. So for the most part, the defense is already behind. You're already late, and then you're trying to scramble and catch up. Like, that's hard to. That's a lot of movement. That's tough.
You can't ball watch us. That's why we get the ball up so fast. That's why our pace is like that.
Yeah.
So in the half court, you can't just be like, all right, I'm just gonna camp in the paint. It's too much movement.
It's not going to be pick and rolls. It's not going to be play every single time. A lot of it's not random basketball because everything's on a string. But like a lot of teams come down, they run a play, they're running pick and roll, they're running this set. When we coming down, we don't got a set, so you don't know who's going to have the ball.
And that's why it's hard to scout and game plan for those teams. So even because a lot of people's thoughts about this too is, why would you go on TV and explain your entire offense like this, right? There are people who say that. That's just for me looking at comments and people's the conversation around it. But at the end of the day, you still have to guard it. So it's like, I could tell you exactly what we about to do. I could tell you we finna sprint down the court. If you don't beat me down the court, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And this offense was like, who cares if you know that they want to space the court, that they don't want to double drive, or you know what direction people going to cut in. It's still hard to guard. It's hard to stop And it's a lot harder to stop that than it is to stop a set play. You know what I'm saying? Like if they were coming on here and saying, all right, this is our favorite play that we're going to run. This is our favorite set. These are the reads we're looking for. That's different. Because now you really, like, why would you show that? But just showing this and explaining the concept behind it, there's nothing wrong with that. And it don't matter how much you know about their offense because the scouting in the NBA is really good, just in case anyone didn't know. So they're not saying nothing that no NBA team doesn't know already. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to guard. It's a good offense. This is what the Grizzlies, kind of similar to what the Grizzlies were trying to do last year. But John Morant wanted ball screens, and he ain't like that, right? So Miami is a good team for it because they don't have super ball dominant people, right? Like they don't have someone who just needs to do ball screens. They just have a bunch of talented players.
Who's going to be on the attack? Every cut, every movement is live.
Yeah, I think the beauty of this is like you guys now know, hey, somebody just drove, kick out, probably not going to be a drive, but the defense might not be thinking that. And when you're a step behind, you're always having to guess.
But also,
And
if you
it's-
see our, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's so much fun to watch, but before we go, watch your head. We gotta show the highlights. Hey, Bam did a little something. Come on.
So
And that's another thing that they teach in practice, the skip to a rip. Anytime it's a skip pass, they automatically looking for a rip through. That's something.
that's a good thing too. There's a skip pass, shot or go, right? So I mean, I like their offense. If you don't watch Miami Heat games, you should. They play very fast. It's exciting, and it's different. It's a good reset. It's just something to look at. That's watching some games can get boring because it's like both teams they look like they're just running the same exact plays. Like both teams do the same exact thing sometimes, and when you play the Miami Heat or when you watch the Miami Heat, it's never that. They're playing a completely different style of basketball, so it's always fun to just even watch the clash of the styles in their game. So this was a really a solid video.